Alright, folks. This is Mandela Man here. We're going to go over quite a few effects today. This may be a 2 or 3 part video. Some amazing effects that I've noticed that nobody else seems to have noticed. First, we're going to talk about, there's a lot to go over, so first we're going to talk about this band which I was pointing out in my other video. It's called Gnarls Barkley, and it was always spelled like Charles Barkley. And my other video was censored out because I used too much of their videos. So I'm only going to show very small bits and pieces, and you can look it up for yourself. But I think this is a clue. So their name has changed. They're now Gnarls Barkley. And I thought it was like Barkley, like maybe B-A-R-K-E-L-E-Y or E-L-Y or B-A-R-K-L-E-Y, Barkley, but it's Barklay, now B-A-R-K-L-A-Y. And I think Charles Barklay is his name. I think it might have changed too. But anyway, this is Gnarls Barkley. Now, if you look at this video, it actually points out some dimensional shift type things, and I'll show you that. Okay, right here it says, a group of friends celebrate their discovery of a porthole to another dimension, led by their fearless young leader. They travel to the sacred destination. What lies on the other side, no one knows. Okay, cause and effect. So you'll notice right away they're talking about leaving and going into another dimension. Now, I'll just show the very end of this was very strange, where he actually goes into the portal. And it says, don't follow me. I recommend everybody look this up. This band's name has changed. This is a change. This band, it seems like all their videos have to do with time travel or other dimensions, like they exist throughout time. It's very strange. Everybody look this up. Look up Gnarls Barkley. Watch their videos. Even their crazy video has like a Rorschach test and one dimension looking at another dimension. It's amazing. Okay, now we're going to go on to the next effect. Now this is crazy. This is a show that was on when my parents were kids. Okay? And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. HR, Pufn'Stuff, things then get rough. Everybody remember this show? Or how they spelled Puff and Stuff? Now, it was the 60s. I'm pretty sure it was hilarious because it was kind of like a drug reference. And it was Puff, maybe N apostrophe Stuff, like maybe 3 words, Puff in Stuff. Or maybe it was 1 word. Maybe it was Puff, Puff, Nstuff. I can't imagine it was, but maybe it was. But it definitely had two F's in Puff and 2 F's in Stuff. Now I want you all to look at this. This is amazing. I saw this on Cartoon Network or something, or MeTV or something. But check this out.
HR Pufn'Stuff, push your in when things get rough. HR Pufn'Stuff, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. Once upon a summertime, just a dream from yesterday, a boy in his magic golden flute heard a boat from off the bay. Come and play with me, Jimmy, come and play with me, and I will take you on a trip far across the sea. But the boat belonged to a cookie or witch who had in mind the flute to snitch. From her broom broom in the sky, she watched her plans materialize. She waved her wand, the beautiful boat was gone. The skies grew dark, the sea grew rough, and the boat sailed on and on and on and on and on and on. But Pufn'Stuff was watching too and knew exactly what to do. He saw the witch's boat attack, and as the boy was fighting back, he called his rescue racer crew as often they'd rehearse, and off to save the boy they flew. But who would get there first? But now the boy had washed ashore, Puff arrived to save the day, which made the witch so mad and sore. She shook her fist and screamed away. HR Pufn'Stuff, push your in when things get rough. HR.
Does everybody see that? Pufnstuf? Does everybody see Pufnstuf? HR Pufnstuf. Dun things get roof. I mean, what's going on?
Pufn'Stuff, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. HR Pufn'Stuff, he's your friend when things get rough. HR Pufn'Stuff, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. You got someone who loves you. You got someone who cares. You got someone who picks you up if ever you need repairs. You got someone who will take the time to listen to your prayers. I got you, got everybody. You got someone who cares by the name of HR Pufn'Stuff. Where'd you go when things get rough? HR Pufn'Stuff. You can't do it cause you can't do enough.
Does anybody remember these police characters? I don't remember some of these characters just showing at the end either. But anyway, you guys get the idea about HR Pufn'Stuff. I don't see how that's even possible. Okay, now for all you Wizard of Oz fans out there, okay, I know we've seen now that Scarecrow has a gun, and you know there's that mallet, or the other people, what they have, they got a wrench, and I think the Lion has a mallet and a. I always remember him having like that net, but I don't know about the mallet. So, you know, and definitely the line, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore, has changed. And we've also seen, a couple other parts change. I think, you know, fly, or something like that with the monkeys. And some other parts, but the most important part to me was the urban legend that I had always known about and I've looked up for years. And it's the fact that, one of the Munchkins on The Wizard of Oz, unfortunately, killed himself on the set of The Wizard of Oz. And in my reality, in my world that I grew up in, the producers found out about this Munchkin image in, way in the background, this hanging Munchkin, and they took it out and basically replaced it with nothing. There was nothing there. They left it blank. It was backed by some trees, and there was nothing put in its place. But now, when I look that stuff up, something else, just totally insane happens. And I want you all to watch this It'll kind of, this person will be totally confused, but he's going to talk about the fact of what I'm saying, that at one point there was nothing there. You know, there was a midget was taken out, the little person was taken out, and there was nothing put in its place. Now there's something there. This is a huge, huge change, people. One of the biggest Wizard of Oz. This should be revolutionary. Okay? This change should affect everyone who's paying attention. I've confirmed this with a couple other people who know of this urban legend. Okay? This is the way it was. There was nothing there. Now check out what's going on now. Comparison of the Hanging Munchkin. The old urban legend about the Wizard of Oz states that during the filming, a distraught Munchkin hung himself on the set. The scene was supposedly captured on film and kept there. This is the scene. Okay, right here, this little black image right here, you're gonna notice, right here, people, this is your Munchkin. And he's clearly hanging back there, even though this is not the best quality. This person says, as you can clearly see, in the back is something of a dwarf size swinging back and forth, as if hung from a rope. This is a close-up of the scene. There it is. Big as life. Okay, it says, I, just like every one of you, grew up hearing about the hanging munchkin. The studio, on the other hand, have told us for years that what we were seeing, okay, was a large bird. Okay, there was no bird, people, but, you know, whatever. The bird, they said, was a crane. So this person put, so I forgot all about the rumor and thought, okay, maybe it was a crane. When I heard the remastered version was coming out, I had to see this bird. Okay, this is the new scene showing a bird. He's back here. It's kind of hard to see here, people. But when you watch the movie, you're going to see that bird. That bird is going to be damn noticeable to you. Now that looks like a crane in the back, lowering its head and eating something off the ground. After I saw this version, something caught my eye. It says, this was not the same scene. In fact, in the newer clip, the crane, partly white, stands at the base of the three-branch tree. Okay, people, it clearly says, like this person remembers it, in the older one, nothing is at the base of that tree, but something is clearly now there. It says, swinging from atop the trees via a rope or some sort of cording, the thing swinging from the tree area is not a bird, but in fact the body of a dwarf. Go back on YouTube and view those clips and see if they shopped the crane in the new ones. See if they shopped the crane in the new ones, people. No, they didn't shop the crane in. Reality shopped the crane in. CERN might have shopped the crane in. God or the devil might have shopped in the crane. Not the studio. Studio took out the Munchkin, left nothing there. Okay, people? I don't know what's going on. But now the studio put a crane there. It's unbelievable. That is a Mandela effect. Wizard of Oz. Old clip. Fucking Munchkin. New clip. Crane. Okay, well, can't see it too good there. I'll give you another one. That's unbelievable. Okay, let's watch this about if you don't believe me about the Munchkin.
Everybody knows the classic The Wizard of Oz, which was first released as a movie in the year 1939. In 1989, the movie was released for its 50th anniversary on VHS. If you happen to find this original VHS tape, or you already own it, then you may already be familiar with a particular scene which had a lot of controversy. In the scene where Dorothy, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow begin walking along the yellow brick road after surpassing a wood cabin, in the back by the trees there is a small figure that appears to be hanging. The few people who had noticed this all came to the assumption that it is a Munchkin who is hanging from one of the branches on the tree. Everyone was told time after time that it was simply a bird because they had filmed it at a zoo, and it made it seem more natural. Warner Bros. Re-released the film in 1998 when
There was no bird.
Remastered all of it. This is the tape that is most commonly found and what it is played on television. In this version, since it is a lot clearer, you can clearly see that it is in fact a bird. However, if you manage to find a clip of the original and play the two scenes right next to each other, it is very clear that something is definitely off. The bird in the renewed version is not in the exact same place as the bird in the original. Also, if you look closely, you can see that in the original, there's some kind of rope connected to one of the branches. And yet, after the 1998 version overpowered the original in popularity, people completely decided that it was in fact a bird, not even glimpsing at the very original. Of course, it is possible that it was a bird, but it is just as possible that there was in fact a hanging Munchkin. People have said that those trees are much smaller than they appear and that they wouldn't let something like that slip up in a movie. But Munchkins were small, and so it's very possible that a Munchkin, or rather one of the actors playing a Munchkin, had actually hanged himself. Also, there have been many movies which have let things like that slip, such as The Ghost in 3 Men and a Baby. That ghost was actually a poster someone accidentally left there, and even though it was clearly seen, it was left in the film. Not to mention that there were many, many rumors of the Munchkin actors being treated very badly on set, which could have driven one of them to do this. Another hanging Munchkin rumor is that the Munchkin had lost his love and was so devastated that he took his life. Whether or not you believe in the hanging Munchkin, it is something that brings the whole movie down into a darker light than what it is usually portrayed as. Goes to show, not everything is as it seems, and even the brightest of things have some hidden darkness to them.
Okay, all these people, there's mass confusion here going on, especially with the first video. The guy, he thought for sure, he remembered no bird. Then all of a sudden, there's a bird there. It's very strange. Here's somebody who's got the original VHS proof. Let's see if we see a bird.
Hi, this is Derek. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about the Munchkins from The Wizard of Oz. I posted a video about them recently, and what I always seem to go back to, especially if you're browsing YouTube videos, you're always going to go back to that urban legend of, in the background, in the scene before they start singing "We're Off to See the Wizard," you look in the background, you can see a hanging munchkin from a tree. He took his life because, well, I mean, there's always different stories about it, whether it's fiance left him, whether or not he was just being so mistreated by the production of the movie, he had to end it all. There's always going to be those types of rumors, and there's always going to be those videos floating around, like, hey, there's real footage there, check the movie, and oh, the studio's just covering it up with the newer releases, where they edited that out and stuck a bird, a crane in the background. Covered up the whole conspiracy or whatever. So it's always been a prominent urban legend about the movie. Kind of casts a dark shadow over it, brings a little bit of darkness to it. And people won't stop talking about it, really. It just keeps on coming up. I came across a video that was posted just 3 months ago saying, yeah, on the original home video releases or the older video releases, you can still see it. You can check it out. And one of those releases, the video mentioned, I forget the name or uploader, but I'll see if I can find the link and post it here, said on the 1989 50th anniversary edition on VHS, the footage is still there, and you can still see it. Well, I happen to have that VHS here, so I wanted to give it a look. I wanted to check and hopefully debunk that rumor forever, that urban legend, squash it. So this is it. This is the 50th anniversary edition VHS. It's obviously it's not in the best quality, but you know, it is what it is. And kind of what's cool about it, actually, kind of a side note, it has like a little booklet in it, which I think is kind of cool. You know, you don't see that too much on like VHS releases, which is, I think, unique. So there's that as an aside. But as you can see here, I'll try and zoom in as good as I can here. You can see that the video package design is 1989, Turner Entertainment, 1989, you can see that. So this is indeed the version that's rumored to still have that footage of the movie. So I thought I'd give it a look, unedited video here. So let's take this puppy out. As you can see, it's obviously the same edition here, if I can get that out. Gosh. Okay, so here we are, and we have anniversary edition. It doesn't say the date here, but that's that. And I did have it queued up to before where the song begins. So let's take a look. I'm going to pop it in the old VCR here, and we're going to debunk this rumor once and for all. So let's pop this sucker in. Let's see if I can. It's my Nintendo here. So we're going to take a look and hopefully get some better light on it here. It's kind of an older VHS, so yeah, hopefully the quality's okay. Turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear it.
I wish I could remember, but I guess it doesn't matter anyway. We know each other now, don't we?
She wishes she could remember, all right.
Oh, yeah, apologize.
Okay, whoa.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa, I don't know what just happened there, but his video, I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry, people. I don't know who this fool is trying to debunk this, but right at the point where he said this where this frame comes in, I just saw a face. I don't know if you all saw that. Now I'm gonna run it back again because that was unbelievable.
It's kind of an older VHS.
But I guess it doesn't matter anyway. We know each other now, don't we?
That's right. Yikes, it's not good quality, I apologize.
Oh shit! All right, shit is right. What the hell was that, people? Let's run it again. What was that? What was that? Whose face was that?
Okay.
See if I can stop it on that. 'Cause that's unbelievable. Who is that? Who is that person? Wow. Very difficult to get that frame. All right, there it is. There's a face right there. I don't know if everybody can see it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know what's going on with the 50th anniversary edition, but now I'm seeing other stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna lower the picture brightness so you all can see this. Whose face is this? Whose eyes are these in The Wizard of Oz? Does anybody remember this? Because this is now happening on this man's 50th anniversary edition tape. It's a superimposed image of what looks like a demonic face here in the background. I don't believe it, people. I'm going to play it right from there. You're going to see it flash.
Okay, there we go. Can you see?
Oh, and he's got the bird right there. You could clearly see the bird in the background too. Okay, so that's the new version right there.
Bird to me, so let's see if we can.
All right, so let's just stop that. But that's the new version with the bird. If you could all see the bird, okay. We're gonna go on from there. Like I say, this Wizard of Oz thing should be huge to people. Huge. Now, I want to talk about just a few when I was outside wandering around that I noticed. One of them is Sherwin Williams. Now, I always remember Sherwin being Sherwyn. And, I just remember that, okay? One of my buddies worked there. He had Sherwin Williams shirts he always wore to the bar. That's what I saw on him was the Y. And, here you can see it. Sherwin Williams. Can you all make that out right here? Let's see if I can get a little closer to this. Sherwin Williams. Well, it's kind of hard to see that Sherwin Williams there for you people. Trying to make it bigger. Bigger here. Sherwin Williams. Okay, with a W-I-N. And I don't remember it looking like blood, was covering the world here with Sherwin Williams. Does anybody remember that? But now it's Sherwin, like, I don't know, like Sherwin. Okay. And Menards, I always remember Menards, having an apostrophe here. Menards. Like he owned the place. I don't know if you can see that. Try to bring it in here. Focus. Menards now. Menards without an apostrophe. I don't remember that. Okay? And while we're on the subject of children's things, I'm gonna grab something here. You people, y'all can see these bizarre effects that I have right here in my room. It's just unbelievable. And I want to know from all you people out there if you remember the Munchkin being taken out. In the comments section, make some comments. Do you remember the Munchkin being taken out? Do you remember nothing being there? Or do you remember Swan being there? What do you guys remember about Pufnstuf, all you people my parents' age. Let's see here. We got a couple of flecks right here in the room. Right here in the room. Fade to black. Alright, people, I'm here in my little bunker. So, first thing I want to show you that I think is very odd in this reality, and that is this book here. Okay? Alice in Zombieland. You can see it. She's meeting with zombie Mad Hatter here, I guess. Okay, I'm going to show you the bottom of this book here. Here's what's so weird about it. This book is by Lewis Carroll. A third sequel after Through the Looking Glass, people. Does anybody remember this? With actual illustrations by Sir John Tenniel, if you could see that. Okay, that's the original illustrator of this book. Just show you some of the weirder things in this book. Okay, let's see. See that? I found this book about a year and a half ago in college. I had never heard of it. I couldn't believe that, is this going to be the next Tim Burton thing here? I don't know what's going on with our friend on the mushroom. Talking into the dead air here. Okay. Very bizarre. Very bizarre book. Is this going to be like the twist on the third movie? Well, you people didn't know she went to Zombieland. Alice went to Zombieland once upon a time, years and years ago. I didn't know. I didn't know this happened. With the Mad Hatter here. Totally gone into madness, totally on the other side of the mirror. What the? I've never seen this. Have you ever seen this? Has anyone out there ever heard of the original author writing a book about zombies? I thought zombies were, I don't know, something more modern times. Here's a chapter towards the end. Alice's resurrection. Okay? Showing the king just in total dismay and awe. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Now, in my old reality, I was very obsessed with the X-Files. And very obsessed with the spin-off show, Millennium. So obsessed that I obsessively wrote out, the show and the name Millennium like 1,000,000 times on these little ledgers, okay? Now this has got to be one of my most bizarre effects, because not only has the name of the show changed, but the actual word itself, Millennium, has changed. Now in my reality, I used to have to tell myself, don't spell Millennium with 2 L's and 2 N's. It has 1 L and 2 N's. And I'd have to say, dummy, don't do it, because I always accidentally did it. And I would have to correct myself and look back again. Okay? I trained myself to spell it that way. Over and over again, people. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But here in this reality, not only has this show changed to 2 L's and 2 N's, okay, but also my ledgers have changed. So this Ben and this body must have wrote it out with 2 L's and 2 N's, even though this consciousness inside this body wrote it with 1 L and 2 N's. That's unreal to me. Here's a little effect here. You can see somebody else pointed this out. Mighty Mouse, where's your M? Like Superman, it has an S. Where's the M on this chest here of Mighty Mouse? I don't know. I don't know where it went. Now here's an effect I had to disprove. And I am not one for big on debunking, like our friend in the video I just showed. But I have to say, this is not an effect. And it's Brer Bear and Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox, the Brerer, okay, that we all see in Wikipedia now and maybe whatever. Wherever it says Brerer, BR''ER is wrong. Okay? I believe, I haven't looked yet, but I believe, there's a ride called Splash Mountain after Song of the South. And I've just been on them recently. They don't say Brerer. They say Brer. One word. Just to prove this, here is an original. Okay, Walt Disney Song of the South, Classics version. Classics. Okay, Song of the South. There's the freed slave with his former master's children. And there's our friend, Brer Rabbit, okay? So let's look. This is actually a sample copy. Kind of untouched sample, kind of rare copy, okay? Let's look very closely at the fine print. If I can get it up here for you. Right there. You can see it. Rare. See it, people? Rare Rabbit. It says, the art of animation and live action are blended brilliantly to create Song of the South. This wonderfully colorful spectacle is filled with fascinating characters, including the smart and witty Brer, B-R-E-R, with no apostrophe, even though I thought there was an apostrophe after the name. No apostrophe here. B-R-E-R, Rabbit, and his bumbling sidekick, B-R-E-R, even though you can't see because it's kind of obscured by the silver hair. B-R-E-R, Bear, okay? Brer Bear. And Brer stands for the briar patch. They're Briar Rabbit and Briar Fox and Briar Bear. Okay? Featuring an Academy Award-winning song and dazzling animated effects, it has become a memorable and beloved family classic right here. Song of the South sample copy. Okay? No B-R''ER. Let's remember that. It's not an effect, but not to belittle the Mandela effect, because here is an excellent effect. 101 Dalmatians, okay? When I grew up, this was Cruella de Vil. She drove a DeVille. 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 Now, the first time I noticed the change was about 2 years ago, watching Once Upon a Time on ABC, which is kind of Disney retelling all their old tales in a darker way. And I noticed Cruella the Devil on her car, and I said to my girlfriend at the time, "Boy, that's it's supposed to be Deville. Why does it say Devil?" And she says, "What, you don't remember Devil?" And no, I said no, it was Deville. You know, I just thought they changed it from Once Upon a Time, but no. You know, here it is, right on the back of this classics Disney video. Cruella the Devil. Right on an original VHS. Okay? Can't make this stuff up, folks. Can't make this stuff up. You know, and here's the classic Snow White. For all you watching my videos, check out the rides, the original Snow White rides. Okay, like I said, Disneyland, theirs has changed to Magic Mirror, but the original old movies that families have of Snow White's Scary Adventures in Walt Disney World, Florida, they're going to tell you. And you're going to hear the witch say, "Mirror, mirror," on the wall. You get the idea. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. What happened to all these things? And, you know, I've been on the effect now for... I've been on the effect for, I would say, a month and a week. I think almost every day I notice something new. There's no reason for anybody out there to be making up effects. You know, there are plenty out there to notice. Throw another one at you. Walgreens. Always had an apostrophe. Walgreen apostrophe S. I know this because I've had some addiction problems in the past, and when you're looking for medication and a place to go, and you're sick, for all you people with addiction problems, know this. You look for the apostrophe S in Walgreens because you see it popping out on the street. Walgreens. You need your medication. You know that apostrophe S. I've seen it a million times on my medication. So, what's up with that? I don't know. Does anybody you aware of the Bible changes going on? Because I don't know. I think a lot of people are losing their minds over this Bible thing. Don't you? I mean, they're looking back and they're saying, "No, it's always said. It's always said. You know, go with the men on the wall and that drink their own piss and eat their own dung." No. No way. No way. See if I got a couple more to show you here tonight before we end this video. This stuff is unbelievable. I'm gonna end this video anyway. For all you Mandela effect people out there, comment on my videos. I know I'm not the most articulate person, but I grew up 99% in the nation in vocabulary, so I know my spelling. Trust me on the spelling of words. I'm gonna come back at you with some more, possibly the Goonies. Oh, I do have one more I can show you here. Right now. Let's show you this. I'm a huge Popeye fan. I could show you all my Popeye stuff to prove that, but you get the idea. Anyway, I'm looking at this Popeye thing I got here, and I noticed a character here I don't think I've ever seen before. Take a look. Right. Let's see. Okay, here's the family photo. Everybody, right? Who is this person? When I went to the Popeye town just recently, they told me, oh yeah, that's Grandma Popeye. It's just Popeye dressed up in a dress, if you could see, a yellow dress of all things. That would stick out. A yellow dress. I have never seen this character before in my life, people. This is a new one on me. Grandma Popeye. And no, not Pappy. Look, I mean Pappy and Grandma, they look like they're the same age. But this is his dad. This is Popeye's dad. There's Popeye over there. This is Popeye's dad, and somehow this is Popeye's grandma? There's no way, man. That just doesn't even make sense at all. At all. Trust me. I'm a huge fan. It's a shame that they never made a decent Popeye video game, Sony. Let's get on that. Give me a call. Any day. I'm working on ideas for Popeye. Give me a call. Anyway, that's enough Mandela effects for now. I'll come back at you with some more later. Alright? Peace.